Hey guys, so I want to make a quick little video to teach you how to make a Wufoo form because with our Challenger check-ins, it's really easy to lose track of who's where in the process, who needs help, who needs to be checked in on. And I've found that Wufoo forms are a great way to track your Challenger's results, their transformations, their journey through their challenge group, and allows you to collect their information so you can share their stories, so you can celebrate them and recognize them, and so you can stay on top of who is where and who needs what. So Wufoo is a way to generate online forms. I like it best because you can set an email notification that allows your forms, when they're filled out, it sends you an email. So you know who's filling it out, who's staying in check with your challenge group, and how you need to help them. So wufoo.com, WUFOO.com. I'm going to sign in. And so I have a bunch of forms here, but we're just going to go through and create a new form. So it's really simple. You get 3 forms that are free. And then I think it's like $10 a month if you want to make more forms than that. And it's a business write-off. So for taxes, if you're thinking, oh, I need something else little, this has definitely been worth it for me. So how the heck do you start? First and foremost, this is an untitled form. So you'd go over here, you'd select, weekly check-in maybe, type that in. You could explain what this form's about. I'm here to check in with you. Please be honest about your responses. Something motivating and just inspiring for them to check in. And so the confirmation is just showing you what they're gonna get when they complete their form. And you can send a confirmation email. I don't really do that. It doesn't really matter. So how do we create the form? We first go to add field. And what this allows you to do is to create a bunch of different things. First off, I like to put their name first so we can track who is completing the form. Otherwise, you really have no idea. The other trick here is to click this field and click required so that they have to fill out this portion of the form and they don't just go through and fill out what they want. You really kind of get control there. And so to add another field, you can click this little guy, or I like to just go back to the field so I can control what comes next. I usually like to do the date next because again, that allows me to keep track of what's going where. And then, if this is a collector form for advertising your challenge group, that's something you want people's email and phone number for probably. And those are easy to place. You can see it's super easy, but again, you want to make sure you click the required button. For my challengers though, I don't really need that information. I should already have it. So I'm going to go back and maybe create a single line text, and you click it to edit it, and you can put over here, on a scale from 1 to 4, how did your week go? 1 being the best. Something like that, required, they have to fill it out. I add the next field. Let's do a multiple choice one. I can select it. I can come up here and say, what do you need more of from your coach? ? And you can type in here the options and give them some choices. And again, required. So you can do all that and you can add a bunch of different other fields in here. Another cool thing that I did not realize until recently is you can actually add a file upload and make this required. There we go. And this is a great one for them to share their weekly photos with you. So share your weekly mirror selfie progress. And so they can upload their transformation photos throughout the challenge group, which is a great way, again, for you to collect information and recognize them along the way. Of course, don't share their pictures publicly unless you ask them. That's just typical form. But so we're going to save the form and we're going to share this form. So this gives you a nice long link here, which isn't really pretty, right? It works. You don't have to go anything beyond this. I'm a designer, so I like to take the simple steps and maybe go an extra step on my end to make it look pretty on another end. So another secret I wanted to share with you guys is you can go about this two different ways. You can go to bit.ly. This is a link shortening website. So if you're sharing this publicly, you might want to come in here and do create link. You paste that link. Oh, we got to go back and grab it. Copy and paste it. All right, thank you. Create. And what you can do is come over here and customize this. So it can be Danielle's weekly check-in. I don't know, something. You have to come up with it. But whatever you capitalize and you lowercase, that's what it actually does. And so you can click save. The one thing I like to check here is, does this actually work? So bit.ly/Danielle's weekly check-in. There you go. There's our form. Really easy peasy. Again, it's just a designer in me. You don't have to do that, but it's there if you need it. So the other thing you can do is, if you're putting this in an email, you can copy paste this link to Microsoft Word. And what you can do, I'll show you really quick. Let me open up something. I didn't expect to do this, but I'm going to show you so you guys have all the information. All right, where am I at? Okay, so you can copy paste that link and say I want to do Danielle's check-in. I'm going to show you something fun. So you're going to highlight that, right click, hyperlink, and copy paste the link. Click OK. And now that's a link. So you can copy paste that into your email and they can just click on that rather than having the long, crazy links there. So again, that's not necessary. Really, the main thing here is for us to get some Wufoo forms in place, or Google Forms if you prefer. I will say the Google Forms for me don't work as well because it doesn't give me an email notification. And so I like to know when somebody's filling out a form so I know when to check in with them and when to contact them. There is a way you can set it up, but it deals with coding and things like that. So that just didn't work as well for me. But do what works for you. This is just what's worked for me. The main thing here is don't use my form links. Make your own, duplicate the same information, and then you have them forever and you can check them with your challengers. I hope this is super helpful for you guys, and best of luck with your upcoming challenge groups. Have a great day.